Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some clips from the community. So today's clip is a rally party trap. You may have to call me Moses today because this video was sent to me by God. So when I opened my line today, God sent me a message and it was a rally trapping video, second in KVK. I believe his YouTube channel is God King, but his line ID is God. So it was anyway, so we're gonna move on from that. Again, he has around 88 million troops. He is a large rally party trap, around 1.1 billion might. He's gonna be taking a ton of rallies today. Unfortunately, I believe his recorder kind of shut off halfway through, so he only got half the rallies on video, but we at least get to see the first part, and we have all the reports from all the rallies. It is gonna be from the M69 family. I don't know much about this family, what family they are, but again, there's a bunch of guilds here. So the first rally's coming in, it is infantry. He is sitting in range for this, so I believe he must have taken that purposely, the full counter purposely, maybe to make it so they did a little bit more damage. It is a great way to bait more rallies if you take a lot of damage, and especially if they know your line taking this much damage, there's more chance that they'll actually go in for another rally. So I believe he did catch this guy, Ecstasy 69's leader. This guy is pretty strong, 134 castle stars, quite a bit of artifact stars and stuff like that. Not a max account, but a very good lead. The next rally leader is going to be Hide Ant from M69, and it looks like this is when these doubles and triples and all that start. So Nanastrek is also going to be joining in here. They are not going to be timing these rallies, I believe, or maybe they do have a timer on this one. Again, there is going to be a ton of rallies in today's video. He does end up getting 1.2 billion KVK points. So he's going to throw out his war gear. Again, I'm pretty sure they already seen his war gear, and yeah, I believe they have a timer on here. So it looks like you'll be doing a timed double, so you take a look and see what they are sending. So at this point, he doesn't have to technically get countered. Since they're already starting the doubles and stuff on him, he should be okay to actually start countering the rallies. First coalition is coming in, just gonna double check. Yeah, the other one still hasn't actually released, so it is an infantry rally. Should be going out of range, but I guess he's just going to take the first one and get countered. Second one is Cav, so he's going to counter one of them. I believe he took a full counter on the other one from Ant, but we'll double check there. Yeah, it was a full counter, 4.2, which is not too bad for a full counter nowadays, considering some of the damages people have been taking. Obviously, the Cav not doing very much damage at all. Again, this account does have 60% counter. I did ask him about his build on the account. So he does have the 60% counter, which does help a ton in taking rallies. So if you were ever building a rally trap, try to get 60% counter, or at least get your counter up as high as possible. It is probably the single most important thing to do on a rally trap. He's also thinking about doing debuffs. Again, with people with stats like this nowadays, debuffs are very, very good, and they can reduce the damage you're taking and making it so much easier to cap, like 100 times so, because guess what? Those debuffs is 10% of total stats, not just 10% off. So there's a difference between 10% off and 10% of total, especially, like I said, if these guys have 1900, 2000% total attack, that is taking 200% attack, maybe 200% HP off them. It does help a ton. So now there is a quad set on him, so this will be a timed quad. He is porting away, so he does have a little bit of time to counter if they don't time their carpets perfectly. Again, he's just trying to get as far away as possible, staying in the Wonder. He still has quite a bit of troops, though. I believe he still has like 60 million troops at this point, so a single quad should be totally fine. The most damage they're going to be doing looks around 4.5 million. So again, he's just going to double check here, see what they're sending. A lot of times they don't send range, so sitting in Cav might be the best thing to do during these quads, because the chance of a range attack coming in is actually quite slim. Most people just send infantry and Cav nowadays, which is also why sometimes a range front line is even better too, just because you're probably going to take the least amount of damage, and range or cav, and probably the most in infantry just because people are sending infantry cav. That's pretty much his first coalition's coming in here. Again, they're all speeding up. One is still not going, so there is one range blast there. So he's gonna be getting hit by one, I believe. Actually, it's a couple range blasts. So, so again, like I said, ignore everything I just said because they actually sent a bunch of range blasts there. But this guy still hasn't sent it. Zed. I'm not sure if they're in the same family or what was going on. But they obviously did not get the memo to send the rally because they still have a timer set on that one. So yeah, it looks like 2 of the guilds have reset now on him. WNR and the other one as well. Again, he's down to, what is he down to? Yeah, he's still got quite a bit of troops left at this point, 68 million troops. So he's still in good position here. I believe, yeah, so now there's another quad set on him. Again, they will be timing this. Some of them do have the Baron and Emperor titles as well. So let's take a look and see what the next coalition's gonna become. Here it comes. It is an infantry blast. So this is the one he goes to cav for because there was no, I don't think there's any range ones they sent here. So I think there's 2 coalitions coming in, an infantry, and I believe the other one was infantry as well. So yeah. Yep, 2 infantry, so it should be quite easy to cap if they're both sending the same thing. So, especially since he's kind of lost a little bit of his range front line, it's kind of nice of them to send a bunch of infantry. The next one's going to be cav, so all he's got to do is swap over to range again, or stay in cav, whatever he wants to do. There you go. There's the swap over. There you go. Perfect. Again, in this situation, it is a little bit stressful and all that, and I don't believe he was actually at home during this rally party. I believe he was just like out and walking around, so that's also probably why he didn't get half of the rally party on video, because guess what? He was not at home sitting down and actually just like playing the game. So it does make it so much more difficult, trust me, because you're really trying to pay attention to what you're doing on the game, and then it gets really difficult if you're out because you got to pay attention to your surroundings. You can't just be down on your game. So anyways, taking a look at all the reports. So that was the last one he actually got on video, but he did get all the reports here, so we'll go through all of them. So this was Ecstasy 69. I believe we already saw his gear. This was the first counter he took. It did it was 5 million, so he did total of 5 million damage to him. Again, full counter. Pretty expected nowadays to take that much. Here was Hide Ant, 170 Castle Stars, 332 artifacts, 672 total levels, 4.2. Again, this was also a full counter. Did use the bunny, it looks like, and got his leader back. It was an infantry into his range. 3.3 of the front line, about 900k to the back line from the pack 5s. Then this was Nana Streck from IRX. Did, what was it, 1 million? I believe that was a cab blast into his range. So you can see the full counter is the counter research is doing work on this, doing really well. You can see, what was it, only 244k to the front line, and then 757 from the pack 5s. Then the next guy was Sak Almara here. A little bit less of a strong lead. Does have Mythic Champ in his gear, but not as strong. I think this must have been cav into, wait, this was range. Yeah, this was the range into his range wedge. Again, range does a little bit more damage to the range wedge, but this guy wasn't quite as strong, so only did 1.5 with only 500k from the pack 5s. Take a look at the next one. This was Shannon. Anyways, did 2 million damage. I believe this was another range into, again, another guy that's only got 25 castle stars. So again, not the strongest leads, only did 2 million. Yeah, let's take a look. Did use the bunny, I believe, as well. No, that was the prison break, I guess. That was the Hell's Rider that popped. Got super lucky on that one. 1.4 to the front line, 600k to the back line on that one. Then this one, this was from Briefing. Oh, this guy's strong. Okay, 143 with 368. Quite a bit of Mythic Champ, some Tempered 12 as well in his set there. Only 1.4, so this obviously was full countered. Let's take a look and see. This was infantry, 1.3 million tier 5 into his cav, only 482k to the front line, then almost a million to the back line. Pretty expected. Hide Ant decided to go again. Again, Hide Ant is quite strong. did only 1.3, so again, full countered on that one. That was infantry into his cav again. We saw those ones as well on the video. And then Camel XXXX here, 42 castle stars, quite a bit of artifacts though, 314 stars on his artifacts. 1.1 mil, again, full counter, so cav into the range here. Only 363 to the front line, and then the rest was just pack 5 familiars. Again, if you're countering them and you have 60% counter, most of the damage will be from the pack 5s. Oh, this guy's pretty strong. Pretty much a max to count here. Max temper 12, 910 levels, 660 stars, 175 castle stars. This looks like a full counter, almost 7 million. Again, this is the one guy you don't want to get full countered by. Looks like infantry into his range. Again, that hurts quite a bit. And then let's see, Naziaz. This was full countered. So it was, looks like info wedge, so it must have been range. Yeah, this guy's pretty strong too. 147, 330 artifact stars as well. Some tempered mythic 12 in his set. Not sure if he actually has that. Yeah, I guess he would, because that would be his infantry set. So 1.3 million tier 5, only 1.3 mil. Don't get the split because it was all into one formation. So probably like 300, 700k, or maybe like 300 or 400. 800k, I don't know, something like that. Again, this one was a full count. Oh, it was Shenananan again. So no bunny this time from Shenananan. Only 1 million damage, was range into his infantry frontline again. Here's WR Clown FT, 94 castle stars, 222 artifact stars. This was 1.3, again, another full counter he got off on him, it looks like. Let's take a look. That was infantry, probably in a cab. No, it was, oh, that was infantry and only did 1.3. That guy is not very strong. So that's something I would expect from a full counter, but that was not full counter. That was infantry and infantry. This guy was quite strong though. 155 castle stars, 392 artifacts. This was Goma from Zed. Let's take a look. Only 1.1. This was full countered as well. This was a Blackwing, but I don't think he was really healing, so it didn't matter. Again, that was a wasted Blackwing. The only reason, yeah, anyways, it was pretty wasted because all that goes in the Sanctuary anyway, so that Blackwing did 0. Yazubi here, on the other hand, 175 castle stars, 511 artifacts. Another really strong account. Again, a 7 million counter, unfortunately, was taken there. Again, these are the guys that you don't want to be countered, but those are the ones he seems to be getting unluckily countered on. So that was the cav into his infantry. Unfortunately, the one strong guy hit him. And then Goma came back again. Let's see what he did. 1.9. So this was not a full counter, I'd assume. This was range into... okay, maybe it was range and infantry. It was a full counter. So again, just doing a little more damage because he is stronger. Here is Mahoa, 147 castle star, or yeah, 147, 300 artifacts. Let's take a look. 5 million, that's a full counter for sure, or getting full countered, sorry. 1.3 mil tier 5, that was infantry into his range, it looks like. And then M69 Groya Alpha, decent rally lead, 86 castle stars, 271 artifacts. Pretty good gear as well. 1.3 million damage. This looks like, yeah, so this looks like range into his infantry on that one. And then Usapi here, let's take a look him. 132, another really good lead. 268, 1.7 million damage. Let's take a look here. 832 and 936. So again, another range into his infantry there. And then Yazubi's coming in again. This guy's quite strong. Let's take a look at his gear again. Again, this guy pretty much close to a max account, not quite there. Probably needs another 100 artifact stars and he'll be up there. And then Michan, 54, 250. Again, a pretty good lead, not a max account, but a decent lead nonetheless. Let's take a look at that. Was range into his infantry, 717. You can see his troop count is starting to dwindle down at this point. Another pretty good account, 11k hero, 175, 452. Bunch of tempered 12 mythic champs, so he's getting up there to the max account realm as well. It looks like an infantry blast, probably into infantry, yeah, into his infantry there. Dropping below 10 mil of each, tier 2 at this point, down below 40 million troops. Let's take a look here. Carmel here, 42 castle stars, 314 artifacts. Not too much damage. Again, it looks like you got full countered, so 703 to the front line, 860 from the pack 5s. And then Ezan here, this is switching over the range wedge. It looks like 2.8 must have been a range on a range, 23 castle stars, but definitely down in troops at this point. Let's take a look here. Yeah, 2 million range on range. Again, range wedge is not the best against range, but it's better than taking a what's called infantry blast into a range formation. So anyways, this one was a full counter, 4 point something mil there. Let's take a look on this one. It was, oh yeah, so he's very much losing his range at this point. Infantry into his range, getting into the tier 4, very low on troops, and they just kept going. And again, God actually could have literally just moved kingdoms if he wanted to, but he was going for that number 1 in KVK, so he was basically going to take these rallies until either they stopped or he burned, and that would have been it. So again, he does get 60% back in the end, so it's not the worst thing. He still will get a pretty good frontline back after all is said and done. But yeah, he spoiler alert, he did go until he burned. So again, that one was infantry into his range, taking out 1 million of his tier 4 there. So at this point, pretty much any cav rally would burn him because he doesn't have much range left. Here's the Paladin here, 152 castle stars, 377 artifacts, 605 levels, quite a bit of mythic champs, and tempered 12 in there too. 2.6 million damage to his, looks like, was like cow, I guess? No, it would have been range, so never mind. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So he got 1,212,000,000 KVK points, dropped about, what was that, 400 mil, but he was able probably to heal up after that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shout out to God King for sending in the videos today. I will have some more rally party traps coming out this week. I do have a huge gangbang from FU we gangbanged them, and I think with like 30 people we might have got capped. It was like a 432 mil like castle we gangbanged, so it was a rally trap that we decided, hey, let's gangbang him instead, because he probably wasn't going to take a rally from us. So that happened, and then we have, who else do we have? Oh yeah, another rally party trap coming out this week. Keep an eye out for that. I will be posting that either tomorrow or the day after, depending which one I want to do. Just actually let me know in the comments down below. What would you like to see tomorrow? Do you want to see the massive gangbang we did on a castle on a rally party, or not rally party trap, a rally trap? Or do you want to see another rally party trap taking a bunch of hits from max accounts, emperor accounts, all of that? Just let me know in the comments down below, and that will be the next video I do. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.